Hello and welcome. My name is Bubba Fabes and welcome to episode 6 of In the Mind of a Player. If you have missed episode 5, this is a continuation of that same match to be followed up by episode 7 to finish us off. This is a full ranked match. If you want to see the full raw footage, I'll leave the description down below and you can go ahead and check that out. One other thing I want to bring up is we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I'm doing a little Q&A with Bubba video. If you want to leave a question down below of anything you want to get to know about me, I will be happy to answer your questions. I'll also be talking a little bit about how I got into YouTube and just a little bit of insight on my personal life, just so you guys can get to know the real Bubba a little bit better. So guys, without further delay, I will take you to episode 6 of In the Mind of a Player. Starting off round 3 with Thermite Rogue Agent there, taking Thatcher, taking out cameras, taking out slow peeking the windows like a routine. I'm going to draw attention to opening this backside up that I do for a few reasons. One is if we're pushing through garage and it doesn't go very well, then we want to rotate somewhere else, maybe surprise on a different angle. That hole is already made. If you start to breach it later, then obviously you draw attention to that position and it's not so much of a surprise anymore. Again, slow peeking this window just in case. It's a fantastic angle to get from people trying to breach the garage. Now I'm going to place my thermite charge here on the far left, and I'm going to do that for a few reasons I'll explain later. I get down somebody with that charge. In my surprise, I just kind of walk in front of the window that I just opened up and I almost pay for it. Luckily the guy just got a couple shots into me, down my health as I return fire and back away. Now being very careful because I'm thermite, I have a job to do. If I die before I get both of these charges down to help my team get into this room, then I've completely wasted this character and it is not good for my team. It makes it so much harder. So my main goal is to stay alive and get these charges off. This second charge I put there on the right, and this is for that reason exactly, is blowing that open. Is these angles that I can get from these two charges is I can sit outside, I can hold these tight angles, hold this left part of the room while also watching the ladder. So it's also harder for the defenders to see outside, so it's just a much better protected area, as well as for the people that are inside the garage by the truck, it gives them a bit better of an angle on the right side of the room. So that is why I do that. So a bunch of people are already on the left behind the truck. I'm just going to hold this angle here, hold this position while they return fire, see if anyone else pops out to enter into the room or shifts to the other side. That's where I will get my pick there. A couple people downed. It's now a 2v3, so I'm going to hop back on my drone, scout out, see if I can find the rest. I get a lucky spot on Rook. He makes the mistake of coming up that ladder and he pays for it. It's now a 2v2, so go to hop on my drone again, but I have nothing. It's destroyed. And now this is where I kind of stutter step a little bit. I was thinking about entering through here, but Glaz already has this position down, and the worst thing that I can do is crowd him. That just spells disaster. That's how team kills happen. That's how multi-kills happen. Is there's no use two people pushing the exact same point. I'm also getting calls out that they're both in by the fridge. So since there's two of us here, the best thing that I can do is get a second angle, make the best of our situation. I'm going to get this roof angle, see if I can get some picks on him. Someone spotted on the drone, which they shouldn't have because I was getting calls out from it. Now they know that I spotted it, but I'm going to place this charge here instead of that far corner, because if I place it in the far corner, I get cramped because I'm covered by two walls, so all I can do is look straight down. I can't look back into the room, but by placing the charge here, it gives me angle into that far corner, as well as by moving around, I can also see other parts of the room too. So Doc is still in there. The other guy is in there too. I'm getting calls out that he's still there and he's lit up. This is the other obvious hiding spot, so I'm going to place a charge above him here. And as I blow it up, I get that kill on him. I get that meat wall achievement, and that's just a fantastic way to end round 3. So now starting off round 4 with Caviera and her fantastic camera. As first things first is grab my armor. I plan on doing some roaming up on the second floor. It's my favorite place to be. Before that, can't forget to get the armor, can't forget to place the cameras, doing my job. Get one in the chemical room in case they come from garage. Grab the second drone. I'm going to throw a camera top left on the stairs and one here in briefing room. I'm putting up my walls, trying to make as much use of the defense and the gadgets that I have. I got one wall left, and I plan on putting it above the objective on the hatch. I don't think anyone's grabbed that yet, so I'm going to head up there. But it looks like that's where Rook is heading, so I'm going to head over to the second floor for my roaming. Now, this is my first mistake. If you notice the time, it is 11, 12, 13 seconds just went by, and that 12 seconds is that magic number for the fast players, maybe 13, 14 for a little bit slower players to reach it from that spawn point. So as I break this window down, what I should have done was engage. I had the surprise, I might have got that kill on Ash, but instead I throw a camera outside. Now, obviously, they knew where that camera was. They saw everything that happened, and I wasted that camera. So I'm going to actually run over here to the left, just in case they decide to climb up these stairs to try to enter this room to get rid of me. So I'm going to watch my angles a little bit. Now, I'm going to be quite honest, is in this defense round is I was lucky. This is not a round that I'm super proud of, but I will show you what not to do. Now, considering everything that just happened, they know where I am. I ripped that window down. I threw a camera outside, and they destroyed the camera. So now I don't even have eyes out there. I don't know where they're positioned. I don't know if they're watching me. If they're a good team, if they knew what they were doing, they would be watching me. But I got super lucky in this situation because as I come through this door, I peek, and I don't see Ash right away because of just the way the scope is on my gun, that huge base on it, so I don't necessarily see her right away, but I get the shot off on her. Glass trails me with a couple of bullets, but he is too slow. So in hindsight, if I whip that down right as the round start, maybe through a camera, got myself some eyes on the situation, and then it would have been safer for me to see, oh, I can peek, I know where they're located, it is safe, but that wasn't the case. I took a huge risk, and I was lucky to survive. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back into this room. And I like to have this window open after that peek because if they try to come up these stairs to flush me out to get rid of me, I can get another angle on them and hopefully get that kill on them from there. I don't, so as I make my way over here, Glass gets one shot into me. Lucky again that he only got one shot and not two. I get another kill on him, and I run out there to see if I can find any others. I'm going to use another angle here to see maybe if they're down in the trench. If you turn quite tight, you can see any players that are trying to enter down below. There's none there. I'm getting a couple callouts that they're in the garage, but I'm just trying to make sure to see if there's any other players out here, but it seems pretty empty. So I'm going to just keep wandering around, check the front door from out here on the left. No one's out there. No one's back here. This whole side seems to be pretty clear, so they're making a lot of callouts for the garage, so I head down there, and this is where my other mistake was, is that they're breaching into the garage. They're in the ladder room, so as I come through here, I come in here pretty quickly, turn the corner, and I go down. Thatcher there was waiting for me. He knew I was playing aggressive, so he was playing smart. He was watching his flanks for his friends who were pushing down below, and he was ready for me. Now, I might have stood a chance if I played smarter too. If I slowed down and maybe aimed, maybe did my peeks, I might have been able to use peeker's advantage a little bit better on that angle, but I wasn't. I got a little bit cocky, and I rushed around that corner, not expecting to see someone there, not aim down scope, and I paid for it. And that is how I died in this round. So now this round is going to end in a loss. Well guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me that thumbs up, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. I've got lots of guides, gameplays, and how-tos coming out, and we're almost at our 1,000 sub mark, so don't forget to throw those questions down below for my 1,000 sub Q&A with Bubba. Well guys, until next time, I will see you later.